Alright, we should be live. Hello everybody, we should be live. Let me just see. It looks like... Hello, welcome to the Tech Channel live stream. We're getting back here. Let me just post to the Facebook page. If you guys didn't know, there is a Facebook page for the Tech Channel. Obviously nothing has been done on it in quite a while, but in any case, there we go. G1 Games says, what time are you going live? On this channel right now, there's a little bit of a stream delay, but on the Minigames channel after this. So just wanted to give you guys an update on the Tech Channel. Hello, welcome to you. Wanted to give you guys an update. We'll just wait for people to get in here. I don't actually know how many people will end up showing up here because obviously the Tech Channel has quite a number of subscribers compared to the Minigames channel. But in any case, hello everybody, welcome to a live stream. By the way, here's something neat you guys might like. Let me press a button here, and you will see here, if it is even working, it looks like it's frozen. It looks like it's frozen. Okay, never mind. Let's try this one. Is this better? Ah, there we go. As you can see, it's delayed. It's out of sync. This one is quite out of sync, but here's an experimental thing that I'm working on for a second perspective kind of thing. And then we've got this, which is running on a very old computer that actually likes to... Wrong button. Okay, there we go. It likes to... That one back there likes to freeze a little bit. Let me just see if I can get it unstuck. Okay, yeah, it's really lagging. But in any case, hello everybody, welcome to you. So basically, update on the Tech Channel. We've got, basically, you guys have been asking me all the time, like, what's going on? Why aren't you posting on the Tech Channel? When are you going to come back? And I'm talking too close to the microphone. If you guys are hearing it buzzing, sorry about that. I need to actually back up a bit. But basically, so today we're going to talk about 3 different things. We're going to talk about, like, why have I not been making content on the Tech Channel? You guys keep asking me to make some. And some mistakes that I made on the Tech Channel for those of you guys who are like growing your own, trying to grow your own YouTube channels. Some mistakes that I made that it took a while to figure out, like, what's going on here kind of thing. So hopefully it'll help you guys out. And also when we're going to start weekly videos on the Tech Channel again. And then after that, then we're going to do some, like, chatting with you guys. If you guys have any Tech Channel question type things that you guys want to ask. I didn't actually give enough time. I just announced the live stream just now, so there might not be very many people here while we are live. But hopefully next time we're going to get some more people the next time that we do this, eventually. Let me know if the camera is still in sync. I think it is. But yeah, that should be good. But anyways, so basically, why I haven't been making content, and we're coming back. I'm getting ready to come back into the weekly videos, for those of you guys who want those. Getting ready for that. Basically, there's a couple of things been going on. Real life has been crazy busy for the past long while. Some pretty big changes going on there. And that takes a lot of time while that is being changed. So that's why I haven't been able, that's one reason I haven't been able to post in a while, because, you know, when you're like thinking about like big topics and whatever, then it kind of takes up your brain space, if you want to call it that, brain space. And so then thinking about a whole bunch of other things at the same time can get very difficult. And I was also working on the gaming channels. For those of you guys on the Tech Channel who don't know, we have gaming channels. 2 gaming channels. There's links in the description as well, and actually right after this stream we're going to be going live on the Minigames channel. But yeah, so basically that has been happening. So I had a couple of big projects to work on for there. One of them was getting the Thinking Pack mod pack up and running. That took a good, like, I don't know, like 2 months, I think, of working on that. Trying to get it to stop lagging. I don't know why. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know what a Thinking Pack 2 is, just a brief explanation, because it's not the point of what we're saying, but you can check it out on the gaming channel link in the description. But basically, it's a custom mod pack you guys can try if you want, and it is available on the Twitch launcher. And I created the mod pack, and I'm doing a Let's Play on it. You guys can make videos on it if you want as well. So that is a thing as well. But in any case, so that was a big project trying to get it to stop lagging, and eventually got that fixed. Took a couple of months to get that going. Things like that have been going on. That's kind of the issue that has been happening, why it's been taking a while. But that is done now. All those things are pretty much done, hopefully. So what I'm going to be doing at this point, we're going to talk about how, like, what still needs to be done until the weekly videos on the tech channel start again, because they're not quite ready yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there hopefully very soon. I keep thinking, like, oh, this is going to be the week. No, it's not. This is going to be the, oh, it's taking longer. This is going to be, that's the idea. G1Games says, what budget microphone would you recommend? That is a good question. We'll get to questions and chatting about tech stuff after. You guys can, like, ask any questions that you have. And we'll get to that after talking through all the like the brief stuff that I wanted to tell you guys about. If the microphone is buzzing, then let me know, because I'm actually talking pretty loud, and I think if I get too close to it, it starts buzzing. So we need to, like, back up a bit. But then I talk too quiet, and then you guys can't hear me. So in any case, just let me know. But in any case, yeah. So that would be why haven't I been making content, and we're going to be getting back into it. Hopefully very soon. I keep thinking this is going to be the week, and then things take a little longer than I'm thinking. Now, a couple of mistakes that I made on the tech channel that, for those of you who are trying to grow your own channels, you may run into these issues, and it took me a while to be like, what in the world is going on here? You know, like, try to, some of it's mindset things, some of it are practical things. So the first thing is, on a YouTube channel, first mistake is expecting to get lots of views. I started the tech channel like, just like, oh, what can I do that's not gaming that would be fun, you know, oh, make some tech videos kind of thing, and just did that because that would be fun, right? And then all of a sudden the mousepad video started getting, it got like 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 50,000, now it's at 150,000 views. And when that happens, there's something that happens with your mindset. You kind of start thinking like every video is gonna make like 100,000 views or whatever. So then what I did then is, we'll get to the second mistake in a minute, but YouTube's not about getting views. That's the first mistake. YouTube is not about getting views, it's about helping people. It's about, you know, on a tech channel, what I do here is I help you guys, give you guys ideas for how to make video, live stream, or do gaming on an ultra small budget. That is what we do on the tech channel. And basically what I'm here to do is to help you guys. The point of YouTube is not about getting views, it's about helping people. That is basically the first mistake. So if you guys run into that, because you can wonder, like, what's going on? Like, all of a sudden your next videos aren't getting 100,000 views, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way that it goes, you know? That's just the way it goes. And it also, I think I've learned a few things about why it got a bunch of views, and so we'll see if we can get that to happen again, but that's not the point. The point is to help you guys, and there's a whole lot of you guys who have been saying, when are you going to make more videos? And what about this thing? And can you help me with this? And all that kind of stuff. And I want to help you guys out with all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so that's the first mistake. The second mistake is related in a sense. It follows off of that, because the second mistake is I thought that, you know, oh, the mousepad video, I just like, here's my mousepad. I actually still have it. If you guys can see, this camera is delayed, unfortunately. But here's the mousepad. It's actually still here. It's actually still, there we go. It's actually still there. That is the actual mousepad. It's still in use. I've changed the surface once, I think, maybe twice, since the video about it back in 2018, and it's still working really nicely. It needs a little bit of work to fix it. Now, like, it needs to have the surface replaced again, so that would be good to do. soon. But in any case, back to the point. Second mistake is, I thought, you know, because I just threw that video together, all of a sudden it started getting lots of views, and it's like, first mistake, keep that in mind. But anyways, second mistake is that I thought, oh, I'm just gonna throw loads of editing into the next ones. And so I did a whole series, the computer build series, put loads of editing in. It actually took so long to produce those videos. It took months to produce that series before I released it, that you guys didn't see. And YouTube's not about editing either. That's the second mistake. So trying to make them super fancy to the point where it actually took, like, to try to do weekly videos, I think it took like maybe 2 weeks or something. I don't remember, it was a long time ago, but 2 weeks per video or something, and just for editing, it was like ridiculous. And immediately after doing fancy editing, then I see immediately things that need to be improved, that I don't like about the way I edited them. So it's like, it's not even perfect editing anyway. For those of you guys who are trying to do perfect editing, yeah, you're not gonna get it perfect, if that's what you're trying to do, like I tried to do. But in any case, so they're not perfect, and it didn't really help. Like, you guys, you know, you guys keep commenting, telling me, like, what you guys enjoyed, asking me questions, things like that, and you compare, and it makes no difference whether a video was just thrown together, like the mousepad one, or like one of the ones which was, the replacing, I forget what it was called exactly, replacing motherboard standoffs. It has like 1,000 views or something, but replacing motherboard standoffs, I thought that video was really poorly done. It was like long and boring and whatever. You guys really enjoyed it. You guys like keep watching it, you keep commenting and asking me things every so often and all that. You guys really enjoy it. And it's like, some of the ones that are more edited, you guys enjoy, and some of the ones that aren't more edited, you guys enjoy as well. And it seems like it has nothing to do with the editing. What it has to do with is helping you guys out with things, with tech channel, ultra small budget, tech for gaming and streaming and all that. That's basically what it is to it. So that's one thing that stopped me for a while. We're going to be getting back into it with not trying to spend like 3 days editing a video, trying to like do it in a matter of a couple hours kind of thing. That is the second mistake. So first mistake, YouTube's not about getting views, it's about helping you guys out with things. Second mistake is it's not about fancy editing. That is nice. It is nice to do fancy editing. That's very, very nice. But it's kind of like a bonus thing. It's not the point, you know, it's not the point. It's like about, do you guys enjoy the videos? That's basically what it's about, and are they helpful to you guys? Yeah, so that's the second mistake. And so the third thing that we want to talk about today, and then we'll get into like the chat. And I didn't promote the stream early enough, so we don't have a lot of viewers here yet, but you guys are going to watch it on the replay, so let me know if you guys want more streams on the tech channel, or more just videos or whatever. But in any case, the third thing was, when will the weekly videos start again? There's a few things I have to sort out before starting them properly weekly. That's the thing. Let me know if you guys want just like random chatting question live streams or whatever, I don't know. But in any case, hopefully starting very soon with the weekly videos, but maybe like a month or something. Hopefully not a month. Hopefully only a week. We'll see. Hopefully only a week. I don't want to make this take any longer than it needs to. But a few things. One is, you guys have given me loads of ideas. Like, one thing is I ran out of ideas at the same time after the PC build series, but you guys have given me loads of ideas. I have some more of my own as well, like 4 different DIY ideas. Not sure if they're gonna work. That's the other thing, is that it's one thing to have ideas, but it's another thing on a channel like this, a small budget tech channel, you get the issue of some things take ages to get working and other things are really quick. So some things it's like, oh, this idea, you know, like the mousepad thing, it's like, oh yeah, I think I already had that mousepad, and I'm just like, oh, that's easy, you just do that, just make a video, and you're done in like a day, basically. Other ideas like this multicam streaming setup, as you guys can see, it is still out of sync. I think it's out of sync, so the speech, the audio, and the camera are out of sync with each other, which is an issue. So that was a great idea. This one, there we go. That was an idea. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. We're gonna use it in live streams, and you guys are gonna enjoy how to do multicam, because that computer back there is actually a 2007 iMac, so it's like 13 years old, and it still works for a camera, just barely, but it does still work. Things like that. You can actually use the iPhone pumping through the computer for that. I thought it would be a really great idea for you guys, and I still want to do it for a video, hopefully, if I can get it working, but the thing is, it takes a long time to get that idea working. The point is, there's a lot I need to make a list of ideas and coordinate, okay, this one needs more work, this one's going to take longer, how is it going to work, that kind of thing, so that we have some quicker ideas interspersed with some longer ideas, so that we don't end up having big gaps in the production of videos. That's kind of the thing, so that I can get videos out for you guys every week. That's the idea. So I need to get that. That's the first thing before starting the weekly videos. Second thing is the what is it? I wrote it down here because I would forget. Basically, oh yeah, I have to troubleshoot my editing setup. For those of you guys who don't know, I haven't properly edited a video since the tech channel videos, I think, way back like 8 months ago. There were a few exceptions on the gaming channel. By the way, for those of you guys who are just tuning into the stream, you can go watch this back on replay when we're done as well. We're just like talking about where have I been, what am I like, when are the videos coming back out again, that kind of thing. And then after that, we're gonna get to some like chatting about tech channel stuff for a little bit until we have to switch over to the Minigames channel to start that stream. But in any case, yeah, so when I did try to edit a video, like there was a 4-minute video that I did for the gaming channel, I think it took about 4 hours to edit the 4-minute video, which is completely ridiculous, completely ridiculous. And the reason it took 4 hours is because, one, my editing program, I need to find ways to make it work better with less stuttering and all that, get it to work more smoothly. So that's kind of the first issue. The first issue that we have to get to fix before getting into weekly videos is making the editing actually not take 4 hours for a 4-minute video. Some of that's workflow, some of that's program, and some of that is the third thing, which is my editing computer, which if you guys can see, oh, hang on, oh yeah, because I stopped the, hang on. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, it's out of sync, as I said earlier. Still need to get that working. But, what was I going to say? I was going to say, yeah, over there. You can see my editing computer there. It's been having a lot of issues with thermal throttling. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, that basically means when it's too hot in the room, the computer will actually, to here so that we're not out of sync anymore. When it's too hot, oh, wow, okay. The sun's coming out and the green screen has a line on it. Anyways, okay, back to the point. When it's too hot in the room, the computer will actually, it's a laptop, and it will actually slow down the processor so that it doesn't overheat. You don't want a computer overheating, so it's designed so that it slows down instead of overheating. So, but when it can already barely handle the editing program, slowing it down really makes it impossible to edit. I think that was part of the reason it took 4 hours to edit that 4-minute video, which was a simple video. It wasn't fancy editing or anything. It was just very simple. But yeah, so kind of basically need to fix the editing workflow. That's basically the issue. The reason that computer is so slow, it's a 2012 model, okay, so it's like 8 years old, and it's still working, still works really well, except for the thermal throttling. And the lack of SSD is another issue as well, but that's besides the point. So anyways, so that is basically the thing. For those of you guys who are watching on the who just tuned into the stream, then you can watch back on replay if you missed any of the explanation. But in any case, so now we're gonna do some responding to chat and chatting about tech channel stuff. Let me know if you guys want any more of these like chatting streams more often. So, Minigames says, what budget microphone would you recommend? That is a good question. I've been trying to look into that. I haven't had the money to buy any to test, but I can tell you what I'm using. It's... Where's the name on this thing? Okay, I think I have the name written down here. Okay, this is the Apex 950 microphone. I think it's only a Canadian brand. I couldn't find it on Amazon when I checked. Otherwise, I would have done an affiliate video for it. But in any case, yeah, so I'm gonna try to experiment when I get the money, try to experiment with different microphones eventually. That's the goal. So that's what I'm using right now. It works really nicely. It has an XLR output, which actually I bought it at Value Village, by the way, which is I don't know if you have that in the States, but it's basically a used item store. And I bought it for like $6 or something there, and it works really nice. The only issue is that it has a 1/4-inch plug on the end, which means it can't plug directly into the PC, and it also, the volume level is really far off. So we actually have, let me see if I can get the third camera up and running, the what's it called here? iPhone. Yeah, a hard name to remember. But in any case, let's see how, I didn't actually test this ahead of the stream, but then I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So hopefully this will work. Let me see, switch it into time-lapse mode, switch it into rear camera mode, and it should show up on the main computer. Ah, there we go, so it showed up. So hang on. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know how I'm doing the... Oh, wrong mouse. That's the confusing thing of multiple computers. Multiple budget sort of old computers. But for those of you guys who don't know how I'm doing the multicam setup, we can chat about that if you want. But I have the iPhone running through the Mac right now. And so I should be able to go and just simply create a scene here. And hang on. And hang on. Okay, it should be called add a scene, delay, cam 3, and this would be the iPhone. Alright, sorry about the out of sync there. Let's add the camera here. We are out of sync. It's one thing I have to troubleshoot with this setup. What do we have here? Where's the... What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, VLC video source, of course. Okay, and we want to add the existing feed from the 2012 Mac, and we want to move this over so that then you can see... There we go! This is the iPhone! So you guys can see this now. Okay. Okay, so now that we have this here, hopefully, sorry, I'm talking too loud in the mic, so it's buzzing. But in any case, this would be the microphone, and then we've got down here, if you can see this is a guitar, if I can get the angle right, it's a little difficult. This is a guitar multi-effects pedal. This I'm basically using for the microphone, sending the microphone through that, and so that it has a massive volume boost. And that is like, so it does a volume boost. It actually has a fuzz filter on it with the fuzz turned off, but to get extra volume boost, that's kind of the thing that's going on there. Okay, so that's kind of the thing that's going on there. For the microphone. You were asking, sorry, this is all on the question, what budget microphone would you recommend? There was also another one. This thing is, I don't know, it says microphone venturer microphone. I couldn't find it online anywhere. Found this at Valley Village as well. For like $5 or so. I think it's a karaoke mic, the best I can understand. Like, you know, hard to find that kind of stuff. Hard to find that thing online. So, but I want to get into testing some other mics. Mostly what I know, I used to do the, I used to run the sound system for my church all the time, and so we did a lot of higher budget items. So like a $150 microphone, that kind of thing. I've heard the Blue Snowball's good for PC gaming. Yeah, I want to look into that some more. Anyways, G1Games says, I barely edited that Fortnite video that has 1,000 views, and that was just me putting an intro in. So editing statement is true. Yeah, that's very true. It is not about the editing. It's about the providing value for people. On a tech channel, it's about, like, you know, helping people with tech stuff. On a gaming channel, it's about making it fun for people to enjoy. That's the goal with the gaming channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. G1Games says, for me, a tech channel are posting useful tips, new tech updates, software, and helpfulness. Yes, that is very true. That is very true indeed. G1Games says, which you fall into those categories. Good. Good to hear you think I fall into the category. Hopefully I didn't fall too quickly and hit the ground or something, you know, because then you get a sore elbow or something. That wouldn't be very good. But in any case, back to the point. G1Games says, what you could do is once every month you could ask Discord/Twitter/Instagram, and you take 2 to 3 ideas from each platform and do one big stream each month. That's a good idea. I'll have to think that through. That could be very good. I'm thinking about not promote. Oh. Sorry, the phone was falling asleep. That messes with the camera feed. Okay. Yeah, I haven't actually promoted the Discord server on the tech channel, although I suppose I just did. But in any case, the reason is just because there's, like, the comments come in so fast on the tech channel that if a lot of people started going into the Discord all at once, I wouldn't be able to, like, keep up with the moderation of it, because I check it, like, once a day kind of thing. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, asking the Discord would be a good idea. I'm not sure about actually promoting the Discord server on the tech channel yet. We'll have to see. Because if the comments on there get up to the rate that they're coming in on the tech channel, then I wouldn't be able to moderate it properly. So in any case, yes, but that's a good idea though with how to get ideas. I do have quite a lot of ideas. If you guys, a lot of you guys are probably coming from the mousepad video, if you're watching this, and there's like 500 comments on there, and a lot of them you guys gave me loads of ideas and things, and so I just have to organize them in a way that it's like the shorter ideas combined with the longer ideas, so that we don't have big gaps in, like, well, the idea is not not working yet, you know, like the multicam setup, that kind of thing. Okay, Loops590 says, one more thing with the multi-camera setup, it seems that when you switch cameras, the audio from your microphone jumps. It might be from you trying to sync them. Yeah, the reason for that, let me know, okay, in this scene here, is this in sync? The visual with the audio. Let me know if this is in sync, because the way that these things are coming in, it's actually OBS is streaming onto the local network from the other computers, and there's a delay of 1.6 seconds coming in to this computer. And so in order to get them in sync, what I did is I created a scene here. This should theoretically, if it worked, this should be delayed, it should be in sync with itself, audio and video, but this is actually delayed 1.6 seconds from when I'm talking right now. But I wasn't sure if this scene were regular scene. This is our regular scene here. This is not delayed, so you guys get it in like fully real time. So what you're saying about the audio jumping, it's because what I'm doing today is I'm switching between, because this is out of sync, I think. Let me know if this is out of sync. But basically, the issue is that these are out of sync. It was supposed to sync properly, but it didn't in the testing before the stream. So I didn't end up using the delayed scene. So what you guys are seeing is I'm switching between the normal front camera scene instead of the delayed front camera scene. I'm switching between the normal one and this. So this is, the video is delayed 1.6 seconds. The audio, I think, is off. Or at least it was when I tested. Let me know if it's still off. But in any case, back. So the audio will jump when we switch to this scene here. But in any case, yeah, so that is basically what's going on with that. Needs some more testing to get it working properly. Loops590 says, I jumped back to the start and watched it at 1.5 times speed. Alright, so that means that you caught up with all the explanation and everything then. So, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, Loops590 says, on Android there is an option in the developer mode to have the screen stay on when plugged in. I wonder if iPhone have that too. I haven't seen a setting for that. By the way, let me know if the microphone's buzzing, because I talk too loud and get too close to it and then it starts buzzing, so just let me know. But in any case, yes, so option in the developer mode to have the screen stay on when plugged in. I'm not aware of that being on iPhone, but the way around that is put it in time-lapse mode and hit record. Whenever you hit record, it doesn't, basically, it doesn't fall asleep when you hit record. And time-lapse mode doesn't take very much file space either, so that's really nice on a 16 gigabyte iPhone. But in any case, yeah, so that's sort of a workaround. Okay. So, Loops590 says, laptop camera seems in sync, but I'm probably the worst person to ask. Okay, I'll have to try it after. One thing that is very true is that the camera back there, because it likes to oh wow, it's, as you can see, it's frozen. Yeah, yeah, that one likes to freeze. And so I need to do some more testing to get that working. It is a 2007 model iMac, so it's like 13 years old and it is very slow at handling things. So I need to get that one fixed better. But in any case, Duhan Arslan, hello, welcome to you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the day, welcome to the stream. How is your internet connection? Duhan Arslan says. That is a good question. My internet connection is 15 megabits down, 10 up. It's the upload that you really want to pay attention to when you're doing live streaming. And it's pretty stable. Like, so, for those of you guys who don't know, megabits are not the same thing as megabytes. Megabits and megabytes are two very different things. A megabyte is 8 megabits. And so internet they measure in megabits, right? So 10 megabits up, so it's about, I think it's 1.8 megabytes down or up, just trying to pull the number off the top of my head. But yeah, it's very stable. We live in a good area, so it's very, like, for that at least, so it's very stable internet so far. And so that is really nice. That is really nice indeed. So, but yeah, so 10, and apparently for streaming, I've heard you want to limit your streaming because you get some fluctuations in the upload rate as just normal. So you want to limit your streaming bitrate to about 80%, I think they said, not go over 80% of your upload rate. I actually have it a lot less than that. I have my upload, streaming upload at 3.5 megabits, I think is what I'm sending, instead of the 10 that our internet actually supports. So it makes it very nice. Not had any slowdowns with it in the last, like, several years of live streaming on the Minigames channel. Sleepy Sheepy, yay! Hello, welcome to you! Welcome to the day and welcome to the stream. It seems in sync, it just jumps. That's good. That's good. The weird thing is that my actual, like, I can hear myself in the monitor, but it doesn't seem to have the same delay that you guys hear, so it's very difficult to tell. When you first switch it, it jumps. Okay. G1 Games says, sorry, I went to get something. How did you respond to the idea for streaming once a month? That is a good question. So streaming once a month and taking ideas from Twitter and Instagram and all those places, that is a good idea. I'm thinking about, once we get into the weekly uploads, possibly doing a live stream after the upload, like possibly putting out the videos. The most active time, it seems like, for you guys on the tech channel is around Tuesday between like 12 p.m. and 4-ish p.m., that kind of time. So I'm thinking about putting out the videos on every Tuesday once I solve the editing issues. Once we're ready to get started, then every Tuesday at 12 p.m.-ish and going live right after that, possibly? Not sure. We'll have to see. Possibly just live streaming once a month, like you're saying. That's another good idea. It's a good idea. I'm gonna have to add it to the ideas. I was gonna say list. I guess it's more of a database, I guess, or something. Anyways, Loopsanity says, if you are going to have the audio out of sync, then have it slightly behind. That is true. The human brain compensates better than having audio first. That's true. When I was testing, it was like a second or two out of sync, and sometimes trying to fix it fixed it, and sometimes it didn't, and so I don't really know what was going on. But yeah, you're right. You need, for those of you guys who don't know how it works, it's basically because your brain, sound takes time to travel, and light doesn't really. Like, practically it doesn't. Technically it does, but it doesn't make any difference. I think it can circle the Earth, like, several times in 1 second or something, so yeah, light basically is instant. But sound is delayed, so the human brain, you want the sound to be slightly behind the video, like if you're in editing, like not enough to be noticeable, but just slightly behind enough that it feels like it's in sync. That's kind of the idea. That's actually a technique that they use, hang on. That's actually a technique that they use when they're setting up speaker systems for large rooms, you know, like rooms that hold like 200 people or 1,000 people or whatever. You need speakers at the front of the room, like let's say if it's a live stage kind of thing, you need speakers at the front of the room, and then you need more near the back to fill in the sound. And what happens at that point is it basically, there's a delay from getting to the front to the back. So if you had all the speakers instant, then if you were standing at the back, you would hear basically the sound come out of the speakers right next to you and then reach you from the front, which sounds really weird. So what you want to do is, like if you have a large room like that, and this applies to video because it's the same, like what your brain perceives in a large room is the same thing in that you're trying to do in editing in video a little bit. Basically, you want to delay the back speakers in a large room so that the sound gets produced at the front, comes all the way to the back, and then the back speakers fire to boost the sound volume. So that's what you want to get them in sync. And then there's another thing of you want to delay them just slightly longer if you have speakers at the back of the room like that, just like, I think it was like 8 milliseconds longer, because that makes them virtually invisible to your ears. Well, everything is invisible to your ears, okay? Let's just get that straight. Everything is invisible to your ears, but if you delay the back speakers just like 8 milliseconds or so, I think it was 8, longer, then you don't even hear it coming from there. You hear as if it's coming from the front, but it's louder at the back. Anyways, that's a little thing about delaying the sound distance, because sound takes time to travel, and you notice it even in a smallish room that seats like 200-ish people. And so you have the same thing in video, so you want it to be slightly delayed, like not enough to be noticeable. Like, basically, if you're trying to sync audio and video, I used to do this a whole lot, like every video. For Thinking Pack 1, that series, every video that I tried to do in iMovie, for some reason it would, I would have 2 different tracks, one for video, one for audio, and for some reason it would always be at different speeds. So I'd have to change the speed and adjust it to sync the audio and the video. I had to do that all the time. And the one thing is, you want to line it up first, line it up to be in sync, so that you have, like, because you can fine-tune it in editing, right? So you want to go and basically, like, if you, like, hit the block with your sword or something and make a sound, you want the sound to play at exactly the same time that you hit the block. So set that up, but then I found sometimes that looked a little bit off, so then what you want to do is just, once you have it in sync to be the right speed, then just take your audio track and just, I'm exaggerating, but just like move it over, just very slightly, just, I think in iMovie it was like a couple of ticks over, just for getting it slightly delayed so it seemed in sync. So anyways, that's the thing. That was a long talk about that. Yes, so SleepyGBA says you repeat yourself when you switch, and then you're back in normal sync. Yeah, that is part of the switching out of the syncing off thing and switching into the syncing, like the delay versus not delay. I'm gonna have to work on that. Lipsanity says internet is really measured in megabits. Sorry, internet is really measured in megabits per second, but that seems to be shortened to just megabits. Yeah, megabits per second. That's the thing. Lipsanity says iPhones keep screen on. Settings general auto lock never. That is very true. And you guys, if you guys happen to use this setup, which hopefully I'll get to doing in a video once I get it working properly, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, which is really weird. But in any case, you can do that, telling it to not lock automatically ever, but I find the issue with that is that I want it to lock every time that we're not actually streaming, so the best thing I find is just to hit record in time-lapse mode, and then it goes and you don't have to worry about it auto-locking then, and then as soon as you stop recording, then the auto-lock turns back on, so it's very nice. But yeah, that's a good option for those of you guys as well. Lucinate says circumference of Earth 40 million meters. Speed of ish 40,075,000 meters. Speed of light 299,792,458 meters per second. So yeah, it can go around the Earth a whole bunch of times in a second, if it could actually bend like that, which it doesn't actually do very much. But in any case, it says Google says 7.4807849 hertz, so just short of 7.5 times a second. Okay. Du Hanarsland says, how do you delay sound with software or hardware? So if you're talking about live streaming versus talking about video is a lot easier. Video, all you have to do is take your, like in your editor, let's say you're using iMovie, recently I started using Shotcut, but Shotcut or iMovie or whatever your editor happens to be. In editing, it's very easy. You just take your video track there, and in iMovie, you right-click and click Detach Audio. It takes your audio out into a separate track, and so then you have a video track and an audio track, and then you just move the audio track over. And you'll want to do that like having zoomed in a whole lot so that you get it very fine-tuned. But so in editing, it's really easy. Shotcut has a similar functionality. I don't remember how you get to it, but I think it's right-clicking again as well. Pretty much every editor can do that. If you're talking about live streaming, that's another issue. I'm still trying to understand it. There are a couple of things. Let's see if I can actually... hang on. Let's see if I can actually show you guys. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So here's my OBS. And here's a whole lot of me. Hello! Anyways, multiple copies. So if you guys are tired of hearing my voice, then you have multiple copies of my face. I don't know. Anyways, that's besides the point. The point is here that you've got here the mic audio. Stand mic is the one that I'm using right now. And if you right-click it, you've got down here... what do we have here? Sorry, a little bit distracted at the moment. You know, you get like 5 thoughts in your brain at once, and you're like, wait, what am I doing? Okay, so here's your mic. So you have the properties down here, you have your filters down here. For video stuff, you can go in filters, and there's a filter to... Not sure if you guys can't actually see this because it's off the screen. Okay, let's go ahead and go here. There's a filter down here in video stuff to be able to delay it. There doesn't appear to be one for the microphone, but what you do is you go over to here to your audio mixer section if you're using OBS, and you go and click on the gear and click, oh, you can lock volume. Oh, that could be useful for something. Not sure what, but in any case, advanced audio properties. So you can see here is my audio properties setup. And basically, what you do here is you go into your sync offset and change this. And it's by the millisecond. That is basically what's going on here. Now, I haven't figured out yet which way, positive or negative, which way is actually going ahead, which way is going back, that kind of thing. And so I haven't figured that out. And the big thing that I haven't figured out either is how to get it to change delay. So you guys can see here, if we go and hit studio mode, so that we don't actually change the scene for you guys. So you guys can see over on the right here, that's where we're still dealing with. We've got the Minecraft scene here, and this thing I want to be real-time delayed, so have the microphone real-time, but then you switch down here to delay cam 1 and delay cam 3 and all that, and those things you want to have them be delayed, basically. And so I'm not sure how to get it to switch, because it's basically 2 different types of things. It's basically, if we go back into here now, it's basically for the Minigames live streams, I want it to be basically as close to real time as possible for you guys, but for the tech channel, it's better, I think, to have the multiple camera angles. Whether or not they are actually in sync, is the issue, but need to do some more work on that. In any case, okay, what do we have here? Yeah, so how do you delay sound with software or hardware? There are actually things you can buy for hardware to delay sound, and we actually set up one of those a while ago, like maybe a couple of years ago at my church. Set up one of those. It's a unit. It's like, I think it might have been, it was several $100s at least. It's like a complete overkill for if you're trying to do budget stuff for gaming, live streaming kind of thing. But there is a thing you can get for that, and it can sync up multiple speakers, get them all in sync and all that. It's really, really nice. Really, really expensive as well, so software is kind of the way to go, in my opinion. G1Games says, come on, I just finished school a week ago. I don't want to go back. Do you have to go back to school already? Like, or are you saying that this is kind of like school? Because I'm talking about speed of light and all that. Speed of light is fun. It is, you know, that doesn't count as school. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Yeah, Loopswedding says, I think Kerbal Space Program has gotten to me. I just did a successful moon landing. So I think that's what they call the moon in Kerbal Space Program. I've tried Kerbal Space Program once. It looks like fun. So do you? I'm guessing you have Kerbal Space Program and you enjoy it and all that. That would be that's a fun game. It's like space stuff and speed of light and all that, and trying to get a rocket working properly, and it's interesting stuff. Interesting indeed. Duhanars then says, my question was about big room setup. Oh, see, this is why I should actually read ahead in the chat while I'm talking. Okay, question was about big room setup. Yeah, so I did answer that one actually. We had for my church, we set up a DSP, I think is what it's called, digital signal processor. It does things like equalizing the sound. It does with fine-tuning equalizing for each individual speaker. It does things like delaying the speaker. I didn't set it up. It's like way beyond what I know how to handle, but I watched the guy set it up. I was there while the professional was installing it and asking him questions about it and all that. So that's how you do it in a big room setup. I don't remember how much it costs. It was quite a bit of money compared to budget stuff for sure. But yeah, that's how you do it in a big room, is you just have something to delay it. Yeah, what I did set up actually, there's different, if you have in a big room, if they're using a digital soundboard, like a digital soundboard, you can have delay in that thing. And so I did set that up for one of the rooms that you could still hear the main speakers, but you're in a different room kind of thing, and there was its own speaker in that room, and I did set that one up. The only difficulty with that was the particular setup there. You have, okay, so let's say this is the front speakers area, and this is the back with that, where you're in that room over there, and basically the speakers in this room were at the back wall. So let's say the room was about as big as the microphone here, okay? So this is the front of the room, this is the back of the room, and so the speakers were back here, and so trying to sync them up, so here is in sync, but then here is delayed, like you're hearing this and this at a different time because it's going this way delayed, and then you've got that, and so it's like trying to sync it up. It was very didn't work out too well, but sort of got that working. But anyway, so that's a couple of ways you can do it in a big room setup. Lupus190 says, the difference with the speed of sound and light can be such that a person watching a live stream of concert can hear it before the person at the back of the room. Yes, that is very true, because stuff goes through wires, I think basically at light speed, and then you've got the what's it called? Speed of sound. Speed of sound. Okay, Robert, pay attention to what you're saying here. But yeah, so you have the speed of sound, and I'm sorry, I'm overpowering the mic again. You have the speed of sound, you have the speed of light. Yeah, they're pretty far out of sync, like you're saying, depending on distance. Jasper James, hello, welcome to you, welcome to the day, and welcome to the stream on the Tech Channel. Jasper James says, hi, I love your content. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoy the content. Glad you enjoy the content. Hoping to get more of it out soon. If you didn't see the beginning of this live stream, then go watch it back on the replay, because I explain where I've been and what's been going on and what has to be done before I get back to the daily live streams. That is daily. No, we are not doing daily live streams. I can't do that. That's way too much content. I won't be able to make that quickly. But until we can get back to the weekly videos, let's try that. Daily live streams would be very nice, but trying to come up with that much content that fast and be able to produce it and all that is not possible for me at the moment. But that would be very nice. Not sure where daily live streams came from. But in any case, back to the point. Jasper James says, please can I get a shout out, please? Shout out to Jasper James. Hello. Greetings and welcome. And greetings and salutations and hello and all that kind of stuff. So that would be that. I think that we've actually been live for much longer than I expected to be on the tech channel here. Let me know how often you guys want to see more of these live streams on the tech channel. What's happening now is I'm going to switch over to the Minigames channel. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to put a link in the chat. We're going to head over there right now. Might have to do a little bit shorter than usual because of... we're actually about 40 minutes later than I was expecting to start on there. We're supposed to start around 5 p.m. or so on there. But we are going to get started momentarily. We shouldn't have to be too short. I think we'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe like an hour or something on there. But here we go. So in the chat here, Minigames channel. And this would be the link to the Minigames channel. So you guys hop on over there. I will be live as soon as I restart OBS's live streaming thing, get the game up and running, all that kind of stuff. So I will be seeing you guys over there momentarily.